Hey guys, welcome you all on my YouTube channel, All Bodybuilding Coverage. Today we will do a very interesting comparison between these two upcoming Mr. Olympians. Or in other words, I would say who will be the next Mr. Olympia in future. In this video, we will consider these two bodybuilders' recent performances and judge on their recent performances and give a conclusion what the placing we will get to see in the future from these two bodybuilders. So let's get started. One side we have Hunter Labrada, or I say on the left side you can see Hunter. He has recently won Tempa Pro 2023 by a very great margin or in a dominating fashion. On the right side you can see Andrew Jack in 2023 Arnold Classic version. Both men are looking outstanding in their recent performances. So this can be a very difficult challenge for me to choose one guy ahead of another. So let's get started in the video with our first pose by comparing these two bodybuilders. The first pose is obviously the front double biceps. Well guys, on the right side you can see a 6 foot 2 inch athlete named Andrew, and the left side 5 foot 8 inch athlete, the Hunter Labrada. You know guys, one thing I'll notice in the Andrew's physique is that he is outstanding by their front look by any time on any stage. Or also you can see the clear chiseled abs of Andrew, and his biceps are look very pretty from the front, and the chest is popping. Also his thighs are looking great, and he has a great definition overall in his physique, and his physique is really crazy from the front. On the other hand, Hunter Labrada new Tampa look was amazing. He brought his best shape of his life in Tampa. I hope in the next competition he will come with more conditioning overall. Well guys, it is a very good shot for Hunter Labrada from the front as well. You can see a clear visible bicep striation on the Labrada. Personally guys, I think this is very difficult pose to choose, but still Andrew has the structure advantage over Hunter, and he is very sharp and crispy from the front. So this front pose I will give to Andrew Jack. Now let's move on to our next pose, that is front lat spread. Well guys, if I talk about Hunter, his lats are visual, his biceps are looking great in this pose, and his thighs are looking tight in this front pose. And overall, I think Hunter was amazing in this pose. On the other hand, if I look at the Andrew Jack, he will certainly jack this pose. I mean to say, look at that, the chest of Andrew Jack, it popping like a basketball, and his abs are visible in this shot as well. Also his lower wheels are amazing, the cuts are visible. Well guys, from top to bottom I like Andrew Jack physique in this pose. So I think this pose is also win by Andrew. Let's move on to our third pose of the day, that is side chest. If you look at the side chest department of Hunter, you can see a clear wide width of Hunter from the side. Also his lower wheels are looking great. You can see a clear hanging hamstring over Hunter, and his thighs are really thick from the side, and his calves are looking great. Overall I like the Hunter physique. Well, if I talk about the Andrew, it is the weakest shot of Andrew. I think this is the shot where Andrew lost by many other bodybuilders. I mean, look at that, the shoulder of Andrew Jack from the side, it not look as big as Hunter, and his biceps are not look peakier and bigger than Hunter. On top of that, his lower wheels not look as conditioned as Hunter. So as a result, I think clearly Hunter win this pose very easily over Andrew. Now let's move on to our fourth pose, the side tricep pose guys. Look at the side tricep of Hunter. He has horseshoe-like tricep from the side, and his has conditioning in Tampa is marvelous. Look at the lower wheels of Hunter. There are huge amount of separation from his thighs and hamstrings, and his abs are visible in this pose, and he looks very wide from upper department. On the other hand, Andrew Jack hit this pose by his own way. He hit that pose by hitting his left foot on the floor and show the striations in his thighs, and also he is showing his chiseled abs and abdominal area. Also he has very good triceps and biceps overall, and also he has a great chest as well. So this pose is very competitive in my opinion. I can't choose who can win this pose. So guys, in my opinion, this pose is tie for me. Well, today's fifth pose is back double bicep. In recent days, Hunter worked really hard on his back department, which is visible in this comparison. You can see the traps area of Hunter. He has a thick traps and deep cuts in his lats. Although his lats are really high, but in this pose he is looking great and he is showing his great conditioning in his lower department as well. He has a striation in his glutes and hamstrings. So I think this is very good pose for Hunter. On the other hand, if I look at the Andrew Jack, he has good back but not as developed as Hunter. He has still time to work on his back department. If I talk about the lower half of the Andrew Jack, I can't see clearly the striation in his glutes and hamstrings. Although his thighs are big from behind and he has good calves, but overall he has lack conditioning in his back department. He always is surviving in the back department shorts. So I think this pose very easily won by none other than Hunter Labrada. Now talk about our today's sixth pose, that is back lat spread, guys. Look at the Hunter Labrada back, guys. He has developed a great lower back in last few months and this is clearly visible in this picture. And in the Tampa Pro, he looked amazing overall from his back side. I think in the Olympia, he surely will improve his placing if he will show this kind of conditioning and definition in the Olympia. On the other hand, if I talk about Andrew Jack, he is also losing this shot from Hunter because he has suffering from underdeveloped back and hamstrings. So this pose I give to the Hunter Labrada again. I hope you guys enjoying this comparison. I'm enjoying a lot. Let's move on to our today's next pose, that is abs and thigh. If I talk about this particular pose, well guys, Andrew Jack show his class in this shot. He is showing his absolute best X frame. If I compare the abs of Hunter Labrada to the Andrew Jack, Hunter has not as good abs as compared to Andrew. Hunter abs looking softer in front of Andrew. In this pose, no one have the authority to beat Andrew Jack. I would say he is almighty in this pose. Now let's move on to our last pose of the day, that is abs and thighs. Both men are looking fabulous in this pose. Both men have the caliber of show their best physique in this pose. The amount of muscles both men put on is unbelievable. I mean guys, look at the Hunter Labrada Tempa Pro version. I can't see this much of fullness in Hunter physique before. Also he has clearly chiseled definition in his physique. Look at the thighs and the outer sweep of Hunter. It look like a popping outside from the frame. Also he is white as a house from the upper half. On the other hand, if I look at the Andrew Jack, he is look another animal or another breed in the bodybuilding. This kind of genetics are rare in the bodybuilding in my opinion. Guys, again I am confused in this pose. If I look at the eyes of the judges, many judges are go on the side of Andrew and many judges will choose Hunter in this pose. So on the behalf of other poses, I will choose the winner of this comparison. Oh man, I never expect that it will happen. Guys, two poses are already tied and on the other hand, other three poses each guys win. So this comparison is tie in everywhere. So next time when these two guys compete each other in the next competition, we will compare them again in the next video and we will see who will perform better or who will come on top. I hope you guys like my video. If you like it, so please subscribe my channel. It will give me motivation to make more these kind of videos. So thank you guys. I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.